Episode 9. I'll never apologize to you. Emma entered the hospital, escorted only by Nathan's assistant. She would have to face Amber without the support of her own team. Gary, Amber's assistant, was guarding the door. "So you're here to apologize," he said, looking her up and down with a sneer. "You'll just have to wait. Amber's resting." Emma looked Gary straight in the eyes. With a deceptively calm voice, she said, "How dare you talk to me like that?" Before he could respond, Amber called out from the room. "Is that Emma? Come in, Emma." Amber was annoyed with Gary. Right now was not the time to be rude to her. And she still had the power of her family behind her, even if they no longer paid as much attention to her as they had when she was famous. Emma held her head high and walked into the room, not sparing another glance for Gary. "Amber, how are you? Nathan told me we're going to film a live broadcast. Isn't that exciting, Emma? I'm so happy to help you show the world how sorry you are." Emma hesitated for a moment. She honestly couldn't believe how shameless Amber was. She was almost as bad as Nathan. They all knew he had asked Emma to fill in at the Bellamy show, but they were all still trying to pretend that it had been Emma's idea. "We already prepared this scene," Gary said. "In just a moment, the doctor will come in to change Amber's bandages. You'll have the opportunity to show how sorry you are by helping Amber wash her feet." "That's enough," Emma snapped. "We all know what really happened. Don't you think it's time we stop pretending you're innocent?" "Emma, what are you talking about? I don't understand," said Amber, opening her eyes wide. "I can't believe my ears. If it wasn't for Nathan, I wouldn't put up with this. You know all this is your doing." "Emma, it's bad enough you won't apologize to me. Do you have to be mean to me when I've done nothing wrong?" Amber really was a good actor, even managing to look hurt as she maintained her innocence. "Apologize to you? I'm never going to apologize to you. I have nothing to apologize for," Emma said. Unfortunately, she didn't realize that Gary was recording the whole scene. He immediately posted the video online with an attention-grabbing tagline. "Attention-seeking disgraced model declares, 'I'm never going to apologize to you.'" In an instant, the wave of hate rose again, ready to come crashing down on Emma. Gary kept recording as Emma left the room. "This time, Emma really has gone too far." Amber summoned up tears for the camera. Not only did she refuse to apologize, she even had the nerve to say it was all my fault. And that was when the war between the models really sparked off. Global quickly released a statement apologizing to the public and implying that they intended to release Emma from their contract with her. No one would have believed that Emma's career could possibly recover from that last devastating blow. But just as it seemed that things could never get better, a collection of photos surfaced online with a caption, "No apology necessary. Emma was wronged." The photo showed Amber and Nathan embracing and kissing passionately in Amber's hospital bed, with Amber wearing a skimpy hospital gown. No one could mistake the images for something innocent. His hand could be seen grasping her bare leg, while her hand was wrapped around the back of his neck, bringing him closer. The text posted with the photos exposed the whole story of Amber and Nathan cheating on Emma for months and manipulating her into filling in for Amber. And just like that, the truth was out. Amber and Nathan's intimate photos spread everywhere, along with the truth that Emma had acted honorably all along. Public opinion swung back 180 again. Emma, who had given up her career for love, had never once tried to make excuses for herself. She was so noble that she'd even taken full responsibility for the Bellamy incident. The tables had turned once again, but Amber did not know it yet. She was in her hospital room in the middle of yet another interview. Just as she was saying how she actually felt sorry for Emma, the reporter's phone dinged. "Miss Lee," she said, "how do you explain these photos?" Amber's face turned pale. "What are those?" she asked in horror. "These appear to be intimate photos of you and Nathan Davis. Do you want me to go into more detail about what you're doing in the photos? Amber froze. A moment ago, she had everyone's sympathy. Now, everyone knew she had seduced someone else's fiancé. Her mind went blank. How could she possibly get out of this situation? No, it's all fake. This must be part of Emma's plan. Don't film me anymore. Just get out. Go! Miss Lee, the reporter said. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in the entertainment industry, you've still managed to shock me. I'm gonna tell you this. There is still some justice in the world. I'm never going to write another negative word about Emma Miller. Amber began trembling. As soon as the reporters left, she called Nathan. Nathan, have you seen the photos? What should we do? It's just some photos. Don't panic. I'm working on a solution, he responded calmly. But inside, he wasn't calm at all. Not only was Amber's future at risk, the whole of Global was in trouble as well. And perhaps worst of all, he realized, he could lose Emma forever. Emma must be behind all this, Amber said shrilly. Well, maybe if you'd been nicer to her, this wouldn't have happened, Nathan answered angrily and hung up. He tried to call Emma right away, but her phone kept ringing out to voicemail. Emma was holding her phone and watching it ring. She was imagining how anxious Nathan must be, and she decided to let him stew a little longer. Emma, I'm outside the back entrance. She hadn't let Eric's call go to voicemail. The second she heard his deep voice, all her uneasiness fled. As she got in the car, her phone continued to ring and ring, but she ignored it and threw it into the back seat. You're not going to pick up? Eric asked, turning his handsome face to her. You already know the answer, Emma smirked. She planned to make Nathan look for her all night long.